Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa and welcome back to OverAnalyzed, which is of course the series in which I take a look at my plays and I overanalyze them. This time we're going to be looking at Reinhardt with my fancy golden hammer, which I've just unlocked by the way, on Hollywood Attack and Defense. Now this is, we're playing in a 4-man stack and it's very high diamond. This is borderline masters this game. So it hopefully should be quite interesting for you guys to watch and for me to sort of comment over, because I want to be heavily critical on what I'm actually doing. So as we're breaking into the point, I feel like I'm not really doing anything here. I'm just sort of jumping around. My barrier's been destroyed. Probably the best thing to do there was to do what I did. My barrier got destroyed really quick. I waited. You can see our Tracer has absolutely killed their entire team pretty much. Extreme performance. Awesome. What I'm doing here isn't the best thing. I shouldn't be standing there. I should move back. Hopefully I do that. I think I do. Yeah, I move back here. That's a render error, by the way. It's a problem with Overwatch since the latest update. I think Iconvolt suffers with that as well. What I should have been doing there, though, is blocking that area off with my shield like I just moved back to do. I have moved forward there, though, and protected the Zen who was down on the floor, who was hit with a sleep dart, which obviously I need to protect him. But just coming back a little bit, I think with Reinhardt, don't charge. Like, don't think, oh god, what shall I do? I'm just going to charge. Don't do that. Just take a moment and just think. When I've been playing a lot more conservatively, although I'm still highly aggressive, but if I think to myself, what should I do? A lot of the time, the answer to that was just charge in. Now, I'm forcing myself to just stay still, because that's the answer. Then I might charge if there's an opening. Now, this was unlucky there. The Roadhog was above. I knew he was above. We could hear him. And somehow he managed to hook the Zenyatta through my barrier. I don't know what's going on there. Again, that's kind of annoying and whatever, these things happen. So I'm standing on the payload. I'm taking damage from my barrier. I'm allowing my team to do damage through me, which is fine. I think sometimes I need to drop my barrier a little bit earlier so I can get a little bit more charging. Like, there was no need doing that there, bringing it back up. This, though, was good, though. The Zarya was down on the ground. I charged it and managed to take her out. That was a great call by my team. They said Zarya has been slept, so I went straight in. Now, this is possibly not too great. So I have been nano boosted, and like every Reinhardt on the planet, I'm like, oh my god, I'm nano boosted. I'm totally going in. I'm going to kill absolutely everybody. Now, I said it isn't the greatest. It actually did turn out to be okay. My Earth Shatter was a bit of a waste, maybe, because I don't think I needed to do that there at that point. Could have maybe saved it. But I guess you could argue it kind of secured the team kill there that we managed to pull off. We did lose a few people, so not the best. Also, when I went in, I hit the McCree a few times. I should have just totally ignored him and gone straight for the Mercy. If that Mercy res, there would have been a problem. Now, maybe the Mercy's res wasn't up. Who knows? Now, obviously, we come back to the payload and I'm starting to move this forward, which is where the Reinhardt should be, you know, at the front of the team, doing what needs to be done. Now, this is, if memory serves, an exceptionally good play by me at this point. Yeah, so they're out of position here. They're totally out of position. I charge in. I luckily get the Mercy. I beat the crap out of the McCree. I get my Earth Shatter and I pop it immediately, catch a few more in that and manage to clean that up. That there is extremely good, but it was only able to do that, or I was only able to do that, because they got really bad respawns. Or, in fact, actually, I don't think they did. I think they came to contest and they were in 2 mines and they sort of faffed around, and that gave me the chance to go in. So in that case, being overly aggressive is totally fine, because they are not ready for the engage. We were. I went in, all the team followed in. That was probably one of the better things I've done playing Reinhardt, because I seen the opportunity and I went in. Reinhardt is this character where he can just open up an attack. Like, he instigates an attack, or he can deflect an attack. Now, what I need to be looking for here is the enemy Reinhardt's Earth Shatter. We've not really seen this, so we know he's going to have this up. The only way to stop this is with my barrier. Now, you get this sort of mind game that takes place between 2 Reinhardt players. It's like, when is the Earth Shatter going to hit? What can we do? Now, he got taken completely out of the fight there. The Ana gave me the boost, which probably was the right thing to do considering we don't have a Reaper. And in this close combat sort of environment, on the Reinhardt, that is going to be absolutely phenomenal. As you can see there, managed to run in and smash the team, had an Earth Shatter and blew that on the spawn just in case anybody was coming out. Now we're going to fast forward to the next round. So obviously we're on defense this time, and I think the attack phase went fairly well. Now we need to look at the defense and things that I'm doing and things that maybe I can do better. So again, I'm sort of in the choke, want to get a few fire strikes off. You'll notice, though, I am spamming fire strike. That fire strike there was not great. What that does is it charges the enemy Zarya. Now, Zarya will put the shield onto the Reinhardt because he's on the front line. I'm going to fire my fire strike through. It's going to hit the Reinhardt, hit the Zarya. She probably had 100 charge at that point, which was not great. Now she's in my face again. You'll notice my fire strike has just come back up. I'm probably going to use it immediately. Yeah, I'm throwing fire strikes everywhere. I'm not really being too accurate with them. I'm just sort of throwing them down chokes. Now, you can see what's happened to our defense. It's been absolutely wrecked. Like, we've been totally battered at this point. What I could have done better there is maybe just played a little bit more conservative, not used as many fire strikes, and just sort of stood there with my shield up more than I did, because I took the decision to charge in, probably because I noticed most of my team was dead, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to go in. But if I could have maybe stayed alive a little bit there, maybe we could have kept that contested a little bit longer for the team to get back. Because if you look, we actually were about to contest that. So if I didn't die, maybe that could have made the difference. Now, there Reinhardt's charged in. That is crazy Reinhardt play. That's the play of a madman. He's very lucky that he didn't get killed there. Like, I charged straight back through him, like towards him to try and get him. Didn't manage to get it. McCree's high noon managed to get a few kills there, which I'm not too sure how that happened. I think everybody was behind my barrier. Maybe they wasn't. Their Reinhardt, though, went crazy again and paid the price. Now I've got my Earth Shatter up. I think at this point here, I am feeling like I am winning the Reinhardt game quite comprehensively. When it's Reinhardt versus Reinhardt, and it generally always is on every single payload map, on like, especially at this sort of I guess the mid-diamond level on the buff. Sometimes you will see like a Zarya and a Winston, or a Zarya and a D.Va, but most of the time it will be Reinhardt versus Reinhardt. It is such a tactical game. If you can beat the enemy Reinhardt, beat him with your charges, beat him with your ultimate use, bait his ult out, which I kind of do a little bit in this game. Like, what I'm trying to do here is, that's actually kind of funny because I got knocked back by Lucio, is I was going to jump down and use my Earth Shatter, but I didn't get the chance to do it, so I kind of kept hold of it. Now, in the past, I would have jumped down and pressed Q immediately, so I would have used my Earth Shatter, it would have been a disaster. I didn't there, though. I waited, and look what happened there. It gave me an opportunity to charge their Reinhardt against the back of the limousine, which of course is the payload, which he probably didn't expect to be there. I mean, he knew it was there, but you sort of get used to the geometry of the map, right? He was probably like, oh, I'm fine. Suddenly I've charged and I've hit him at point-blank range. Again, I'm winning this Reinhardt battle. Then I got not the Earth Shatter, I got the Nano Boost on me, which just turned me into an absolute beast, and then I could just go around and do whatever the hell I wanted to do. Now, Anna is focusing me quite heavily with the Anna Boost, and she totally should, because honestly, there isn't really anybody else who can benefit from it. Zarya can't benefit from it, really. Tracer's, yeah, not really too good. The Mercy obviously would be a pretty bad move, and so yeah, it's probably better from the Reinhardt. That there, again, I really like that. That was a great charge, but I get counter-charged and I get absolutely taken out. I do think we get rezzed here at this point. Maybe, I think Mercy rezzes, but I got outplayed there. Like, I got wrecked, and so, okay, so we've been rezzed now. What are we going to do? So I'm looking around to see what's what. I can see my Mercy is low health, but I decided to move away from her because I think she's okay, and she was. Moved back to the payload, took out the Reinhardt. Maybe stopped the Pharah from getting killed there. Maybe, because the Pharah was getting fired at, and because I got back into his face, that might have helped us. But, you know, the odds were in our favour. So, they're coming in strong again, coming in real quick. I've won the Earth Shatter fight there. Like, totally won it. I expected he would have it, so I had my barrier up, waiting for it. He whiffed it, he's coming all crazy, he's blew it, he's gone mad. This was unlucky because we got caught in a Graviton and we got Tracer Bomb. Now, what you've got to look at is the number of ultimates that were used. And if you'll notice, they just used Nano Boost. And I think they used it on the Lucio by mistake. So they used 4 ultimates in that fight. Earth Shatter, Graviton, Tracer, and Anna. That is a massive investment. Now, we're going to get back and try and contest this. You can see I've got my Earth Shatter up. So what I'm doing is here is I'm looking to get my Earth Shatter off. I probably could have used it just... In fact, I should have used it. There's no Reinhardt. When there's no Reinhardt in play, you can pretty much just Earth Shatter whatever the hell you like. Now, Zarya, she can bubble somebody else, and that can stop them from getting affected. And, yeah, that's something you got to watch out for. But I still managed to get a fairly value Earth Shatter off there. Well, I say fairly good value. That was an extremely good value Earth Shatter. And just to rub, I guess, salt into the enemy Reinhardt's wounds, I've hit him with a Fire Strike. So everything is going really well for me in this game. There's only been a couple of times where I think I've been pretty bad and could have changed what I was doing, especially on the, like a little bit earlier on in the video, on those points that I highlighted. Now, this is another point where I'm playing not too good. I know what I've done is great, so I'm spamming my emote, but if you'll notice, my Mercy was getting damaged, and it's like, oh god, you know, maybe I should have actually woke up and played a bit more, like had my shield in play. It's all great. That was actually great, actually. I used my barrier to absorb the damage of the pulse bomb. I don't think it would have hit anybody, but I sort of flipped it just in time, so it managed to hit my shield. Actually, a good tip as well is if you get the pulse bomb onto your barrier, is to drop your barrier quick, and the pulse bomb will drop onto the floor, and then you can move away from it, or maybe activate your barrier to absorb all of the damage. So I was lucky to survive that there with the Reinhardt onto me and all of that stuff, and I got taken out by the Tracer, and you could probably hear me on the in-game voice comms there going, Tracer's on me, and I'm low. Everybody was kind of dead. Well, we were so spread out, we couldn't really deal with that. So Tracer's always going to kill a Reinhardt in 1v1 if Tracer can move around, because Reinhardt cannot get to her. So we're back, and we're going to try and contest this point. Now, I've run straight, and I've got a kill on their Tracer, but look, we're quite a few people down. I use Earth Shatter. That is a waste. Like, I don't really know what I'm thinking there. I mean, he's nano boosted for a start. I've Earth Shattered him. That is just a waste. Like, I've totally wasted my ultimate there. In fact, I could have saved that for... Well, I should have saved it, because if they do a quick push, that could be a major issue for me. Now, we still think we can contest this. Maybe if you heard just over the in-game voice comms there, we're sort of like, yeah, we can trickle in faster. We could have done, but we got wrecked. Now I've got no Earth Shatter. Now my spawn is considerably bad. Now remember what I did to them on the attack, and watch what they've just done to us on the attack. Basically the same thing. Like, I tried to charge away, but I had no chance. Basically the same thing happened there. We got... Like, they did to us what we did to them. Albeit, when I did it, it looked a bit more flashy, but the same result was had. You know, both teams were killed. That's me just looking at the voice checks. I'm like, hang on, what's the group chat saying? But it was nothing of interest, so whatever. So, yeah, if I had my... Now there's a problem, because if I, like... If they rushed in really quick here, and I don't have Earth Shatter, and their Reinhardt does, oh dear, we've got a problem. He could just run in, they could burn my barrier down, and they could just totally blast Earth Shatter into the team, because I wasted it earlier on. So I'm a little bit worried now. I'm like, oh god, Jesus, please don't Earth Shatter. And it looks like he doesn't have it, because he comes in all crazy, so I don't mind getting involved in this fight. I'm getting healed by a Mercy. I just get Nano Boost. Unluckily, I get booped off just as I commit to the charge, which probably would have hit the Reinhardt. My Earth Shatter comes up incredibly fast, because I've been Nano Boosted. I managed to get a super value Earth Shatter off, and run through, and just smash the crap out of the rest of the team. So, again, that's Reinhardt being used extremely well, but there's a very good combination going on here between me and the Ana player. Ana is giving it me exactly when I need it, and I know exactly what to do it. Like, when you're given the Ana boost, most of the time you just dive in and go crazy. In this area, with their whole team on top of us, well, you don't even need a brain. You just dive in, you start doing damage. Sometimes, though, when you get given the Ana boost, you don't want to dive in. Now, this is bad. This is really, really, really bad of me. That is, like, incomprehensibly bad of me. I was standing in a narrow choke. Ideal situation for the Reinhardt to charge me, so he did. Luckily, I survived, but it was very lucky. I could have got absolutely destroyed there. And if I got killed, the rest of them come in and wreck the team. That was my fault there. I should not have been standing there. I should have been on top of the payload. So again, we're in a massive brawl. I've been given Ana's boost, and this lets me go to work. And you can see, I've already got Earth Shatter back. It is such a fast ultimate to charge, especially when you're getting Nano boosted. Their reinforcements are coming through. I'm going to Earth Shatter that all day, because the time's about to run out. We want to keep them off the payload. So that's basically it, guys. I hope that gives you some insight into how I played Reinhardt in this game. I'm seeing a lot of errors in my play. I think I played okay in that game, but there are times where my positioning is really bad, and if I get caught out, it's going to cost the team. Reinhardt is such a pivotal player or character in the team. If you get caught out and get caught out easily, if you sell your life really cheaply as a Reinhardt, well, that's not going to be no good to your team, and you're going to lose, and that's going to be a major problem. You see, in Overwatch, there aren't really any carries. Like, it's not really one character will win the game. Every character has to play and do their part. And if the Reinhardt player is not protecting his team, is not looking for chances to dive in and initiate, and is not looking to try and outplay the enemy Reinhardt, there's going to be a problem, and your team are going to suffer as a result. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa. This is Unit Lost, and this has been OverAnalyzed, taking a look at Reinhardt on Hollywood Attack in a fairly high-level, borderline Masters. You can see two of the guys in the team actually went into Masters, I think, at this point. A high-level diamond game. I've been Stylosa, guys. This is Unit Lost. You can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below. If you see anything wrong with my play, do highlight it. It is awesome to see you guys sort of help me as well, because we're a community. We want to help each other. And yeah, you can follow me on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/UnitLost. And I'll catch you next time, guys. Toodaloo.
Oh, new season high. Yeah.